Hello everyone out there. How are you all doing? I'm Kate Hill and I am here to give you the best unbiased and honest commentary about our property markets, along with some really awesome hints and tips. I've got some news for you today on vacancies, stock levels, economic news and the federal budget, so stay tuned. Just quickly before we get started, if you are interested in what is happening specifically with the Sydney property markets right now, then you need to watch this video right here. So let's get going. Property markets across the country are responding to low vacancies, with the March quarter recording the highest growth in average national rents since 2007. According to CoreLogic figures, there was a 3.2% rise in rents nationally in the March quarter. Now, this also marked a bit of a recovery in inner city markets, with unit rents rising 2% for the combined capitals. There are, however, wide discrepancies among cities, with growth subdued in Sydney and Melbourne, the only major markets with high vacancy rates. Regional markets have continued their strong run, with rents climbing overall 4.1% in the March quarter after rising 2.9% in the December quarter. Regional units recorded the highest quarterly rental growth of 4.8%, compared with a 4% rise in house rents. At one end of the spectrum, we have Perth and Darwin, where annual rental growth is well into double digits and accelerating, say CoreLogic. And at the other end, we've got Melbourne and Sydney, where rents are down over the year. But remember, everyone, that there are markets within markets, and there are many suburbs in both Sydney and Melbourne that have seen rental growth. It's just knowing where to buy. Despite new sellers coming into the market in record levels this month, the number of homes available for sale has fallen to a decade low, with buyers still outpacing sellers. CoreLogic data shows about 145,000 properties are available for sale around the country, the lowest number since 2010. This is despite new listings for the month being the highest since the peak of the market in 2017. Confidence is spreading through the market nationwide after 8 consecutive months of price rises, say CoreLogic, with house prices rising by at least 5% in most market jurisdictions across Australia in the March quarter. The number of home sales for the first quarter of this year was 22% up on last year. Regional Australia is still performing at a stronger rate than capital city markets. We should gradually start to see that ratio of sales to new listings reducing, which means we'll probably start to see the rise in overall stock levels progressively, which is a good thing. I must say that we at Adviseable are noticing a bit of an increase in available stock too. CommSec's latest State of the State report has ranked Tasmania the nation's best performing economy for the 5th quarter in a row, with the ACT remaining in second spot. CommSec economist Craig James says that Tasmania and the ACT have solidly held their top positions and are expected to stay there in coming months. The report shows little to separate the 5 other major economies, with the Northern Territory still in 8th spot, although it has improved. WA is the most improved, leaping from joint 6th position to 3rd, with mining, home building providing significant momentum. Victoria has slipped from a 3rd position to 4th, but remains the strongest for construction work, and also jumped to the top spot for home lending. South Australia is in 5th spot, followed by Queensland and then New South Wales, where annual population growth is at its slowest rate in 25 years. A federal budget is looming, as I'm sure we all know, and property investors are confident that tax measures won't be changed. While earlier reports suggested that changes to the negative gearing and capital gains tax policies had been dumped by Labor, the federal opposition leader Anthony Albanese has once again not ruled out taking changes to these policies to the next election, despite these being considered the policies that lost Labor the 2019 election. The federal government is expected to remain in favour with investors on budget night, the 11th of May. The link between a strong property market and economic recovery is also tipped to play on the minds of Josh Frydenberg and Scott Morrison ahead of budget night. In a recent budget submission, the Real Estate Institute of Australia says that negative gearing and capital gains tax on property investments should be retained in their current form. Now, we will keep you posted throughout the year on all things property from around Australia. We do give you the best commentary and content here on our channel, so please, for my end of video bag, please let me ask you to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and if you're enjoying the free content, please hit that like button too. I do genuinely really appreciate it, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye.